98 laps around the Ventura Raceway, because race fans, this is what you save your lunch money for. We're green here at Turkey Night. Dash onto the back straightaway. Remember, 98 laps, a reworked racetrack. This one going to operate in stages. Logan Seavey going to take the early advantage and jump out to the race lead. Jason Persley running in second right now. Corey Day running in third. Carter Sarf, Buddy Copeland, your top five. KTJ, Reinbold, Setzer, Miller, Drake, that was your top 10. That is gone away. Here comes Corey Day working to the inside, looking for the race lead. The defending champ trying to back it up. He'll work to the inside at turns 3 and 4. Seavey up to the top of the racetrack. New leader, Corey Day is going to come by to take it in 4. Corey Day comes around to take the lead with 14 laps completed. Seavey back to second. Leader's going up and finding it. Doesn't jostle the cars around too much, as now Day going to use a slower car to the outside as a pick here. So the middle groove going to start to come into play. Corey Day, the car tight. Seavey's there to the inside. Seavey's going to retake it in 57. Oh, Corey Day, the car getting a little tight on it there right in the middle of turn number 4. That's going to allow Seavey to sneak back by. So it's been Seavey and Day leading laps in this one so far, trying to work by the Avante Windows and Doors number 5P of Peck. Able to do so now, still almost 2. Now it's down to 1 lap car. And Carter Sarf sitting in that 3rd spot, trying to find room to run here and get up and try to challenge. As 1st and 2nd go at it. Here comes Corey Day. What a drive up the middle of turns 1 and 2. Goes right by the 57. Retakes the lead this time into turns 3 and 4. So early on, and it's already good around the bottom side of the racetrack. Day and Seavey swapping it around for the 3rd time here. Look out. Slower car into the run over in turns 1 and 2. That was right in front of Carter Sarf. He was able to avoid. Up the racetrack goes Corey Day. He's up into the fluff. That's going to cost him big as Seavey retakes it in 57. A better drive to the back straightaway by Logan Seavey. It'll be Day up top. Seavey down to the bottom. Hayes flies off of the rear tires here around to the front straightaway. Difference 0.129. Corey Day getting the rubber band wound up on the outside of the racetrack. Seavey has company. Pacing patiently around the bottom side of the speedway. He continues to hold on to it. Day still right there. The 25, Carter Sarf, Kevin Thomas Jr., and Jason Persley. Back into the top 5 for a moment. Kofoy trying to retake that position onto the back straightway. Pair of battles you don't want to take your attention away from, 1st and 2nd. 5th and 6th. Here comes Day. He's got the momentum built on the outside. He will fly the left front around to the front straightaway. Does he come around with it? He does. Corey Day retakes it, immediately dives to the bottom, takes the line away from Seavey. Now Logan going to go into slide at the racetrack. We'll see if they swap lines into turns 3 and 4. No, they don't. He's starting to build that momentum. Question is, when does he pull the trigger and try to go for the lead once again? Sarf, in the meantime, he's starting to approach to the inside line. Here comes Seavey. He's going to try for it. Couldn't get there. Day. Now he's going to go to the bottom. He's going to go on a little bit of defense here. Gets the elbows out. The 57 with a big run to the outside. He's going to look topside to turns 3 and 4. Corey Day down to the bottom. Logan Seavey up to the outside. Advantage still today, but here comes Seavey with a slide to turns 1 and 2. The question, when? Well, it's answered. He goes for the lead. Corey Day going to answer and say, no way, man. He's going to go in and retake as they turn to turns 3 and 4. Day up the racetrack. Seavey down to the bottom. It's still Corey Day showing the way. He's trying to get that momentum built up here. Turns are up off of the cushion, the 4. Alternating his line now. He is going to drop to the inside. Here comes Seavey looking for the race lead once again. Corey Day going to power back by. He's going to look to the inside of 3. Seavey's going to swing back to the outside. He'll get the right rear wound up on the cushion. Coming after Corey Day once again. Day down to the bottom. Seavey going to have to stick to the high side here as they work onto the back straightaway. Hooks the cushion a little bit. Finds a rut. Oh, problems for Denny. Red lights this time going to have to come on. This is from the drone overlooking the racetrack. And yeah, went in, hooked the right rear into the cushion, and took several pretty violent, fast tumbles. Persley not able to make it out of the Indy Metal finishing work area as we go back to green. Right there to the inside. Here comes the 57. He's got a good charge into turns 3 and 4. Enters to the middle, brings it out wide. Day round the bottom. Can he hold on to the race lead? He does. They'll swap lines maybe into turns 1 and 2. No. The 4 down to the bottom. Blocks the charge of the 57. Seavey with a good run to the exit to number 4. Closing quickly. The car. Hard drive off of the left side. You saw him have to really crank the wheel to get it back away from the wall as he is closing quick. And there it is. Pass for the lead. Logan Seavey back into the race lead. Seavey coming around to take it with 66 in the books. Bikes are up over in turn number 2, and Corey Day says thank you very much. Quickly going to retake it here as they come around to the front straightaway. Seavey coming back after him. Corey Day back into the race lead. So Seavey carrying a lot of speed into turns 1 and 2 last time around. Found the rut at the exit of the second turn. Got the car upset. Corey Day able to sneak back by. Now Day gets that right rear up. Doesn't allow any room between himself and the wall. Seavey having to throttle out of it just a little bit here. Problems for one of the RMS entries down into the pit area and done here at Turkey Night as Seavey takes her off at the top of the speedway at the line. They're separated by .019. Corey Day's got more company here. Seavey comes a knocking on the back straightaway. Got it this time into turns 3 and 4. Logan Seavey back up into the race lead. Corey Day going to try to retake it. This time, not quite. The McVeigh truck at number 57 is going to hold on to it. Logan Seavey back into the race lead. Corey Day still right there to his inside. Top to bottom and bottom to top. They battle at both ends of the speedway. Day all the way around the hub at both ends of the racetrack. Seavey working middle to bottom. Gofoy going to step out in the middle of turns 1 and 2. He'll try to look for second. Corey Day going to keep him at bay. Larson looking for room to run around all three of them. They're working at turns 3 and 4. Larson going to swing through the middle. Takes it up top. Kevin Thomas Jr. trying to come after him once again. As Corey Day sneaks back to the inside and back into the race lead. Day back into the top spot here. Seavey still right there. Works in the middle of 3. Exit to number 4. Kofoid giving chase as well. The 57, another big drive onto the front straightaway. But Corey Day, smooth on the restart. Retakes it. They're coming around. 21 laps remain this time. Red light's going to come on. Got one flipped over right in the middle of the racetrack. We do have a replay of that here on FloRacing of what happened and brought us under the red flag over in turn number 2. Ooh, man, what a flip by Kale. So here we go. The dash to the finish. 22 laps to settle it and find out who will kiss the Aggie hat here tonight. So Seavey not done with the high side of the speedway, going right back to where he was over in turns 3 and 4. Seavey rising to turns 1 and 2. Again, taking that middle groove. So far, he's able to keep that momentum built up. But Corey Day on the restart, putting several car links between himself and the rest of the field. Larson, the next driver, up on top, trying to make something happen here. The 1K coming around, holds the 4th position. Kevin Thomas Jr. in 5th. Larson dives the bottoms. Just about everybody pacing around the bottom side of turns at turns 1 and 2 and turns 3 and 4. That's where things are going to change. Seavey going back to the top. He's still got momentum out there. Has to dive down and really choke it to the inside line over in turns 1 and 2. Takes her back up top over in turns 3 and 4. Corey Day has glued it down to the hub of the racetrack. Caught a little bit of a rut there. Doesn't upset the car too much. 0.4 of a second already. It'll be 10 to go this time. White flag coming this time. The 2024 Turkey Night winner became the youngest driver to ever do so. A hard-fought battle for the lead. But in 2025, he is a back-to-back Turkey Night champion. Corey Day wins here at Ventura. Logan Seavey in second, Buddy Kofoid in third, Kyle Larson in fourth, Kevin Thomas Jr. in fifth.